At his Thursday press conference at Freedom House, Vice President Bharrat Jagdeo addressed recent allegations regarding his past statements on Guyana's borrowing and citizens thinking he meant that Guyana would eventually not have to borrow. He clarified that even the most developed economies, including the United States, rely on borrowing.
The United States of America borrows because if you borrow and invest in expanding economic wealth for people and opportunities, it's called borrowing. That's why businessmen grow. They borrow so that they can expand and to make money.
Dr. Jagdeo highlighted that Guyana's current borrowing strategy has fueled rapid economic expansion, particularly in infrastructure, energy, and social development. He stressed the difference between responsible and irresponsible borrowing, noting how a bad strategy leads to financial debt. He also noted that investments in specific areas will drive long-term revenue generation, making repayments sustainable.
So my point is that our borrowing must not overload our capacity to repay, nor must it burden future generations. That's the philosophy. So you got to differentiate what kind of borrowing. If you borrow now to consume, to eat, like what APNO was doing for a substantial period, that is why we accumulated this big debt, then that's bad borrowing. But if you're borrowing to expand productive capacity and your overall capacity to repay is so small that it's one of the best figures in the world now we have in terms of capacity to repay.
The Vice President's remarks aimed to counter criticisms that the country was overledging itself, reinforcing that strategic investment will secure Guyana's financial future. Reporting for Headline News Update, Malcolm Carter.